Hey guys, today we'll be making an adorable poofy Easter deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have a 16-inch wreath ring with the stems attached, an adorable sign for the center, 21-inch deco mesh, along with 6-inch deco mesh, Chanel stems, scissors or a rotary cutter, and a hot glue gun. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is raise all of my stems. I like to have all of the stems raised prior to placing my mesh. Once I have all of the stems raised, I'm going to take my 21-inch mesh and fold it to a nice little point and place it on the outer stem and twist it a couple of times. Then I'm going to pull the mesh to make a nice poof and place it on the next outer stem. The size of the poof, that is completely up to you. You can make it as large or as small as you'd like for it to be. You can even measure each poof if you want them more uniform, but I just kind of estimate. Then I'm going to twist it in place and then again pull to make another poof, twist it on the next outer stem, and I'm just going to repeat the same steps all the way around my outer ring. So as I come back around to my starting point, I'm just going to make one more poof and place it on my starting stem. And then cut away the excess mesh. And then just tuck it away. Then I'm going to repeat the same steps on the inner ring. Folding my mesh to a nice little point, placing it on the inner stem, pulling it to make a poof, and placing it on the next inner stem. Again, repeating this step all the way around the inner ring, just like I did on the outer ring. I do make the inner poof slightly smaller than the outer poofs, but that's just my personal preference. You can make them all the same size if you choose to do so. Alright, it's looking so cute and poofy, but I do have some excess 21-inch mesh, so I'm going to cut that 21-inch mesh into 8-inch long pieces. And then I'm going to roll it into cute little curls. And I'm going to scrunch it about 5 or 6 inches from the end and place it on my inner stem. And then twist it a couple of times. And then I'm going to loop it, make a little poof, and then take the other end about 4 or 5 inches from the end, place it on the outer ring, and twist it a couple of times. I'm going to do this for every stem. Again, taking the mesh about 4 or 5 inches from the end, scrunching it, placing it on the inner ring, then making a poof, taking the other end, scrunch it, placing it on the outer stem. And I'm just going to continue doing this. I like doing this because it just makes the wreath extra poofy. It gives you some curls, and it gives you that extra poof when you're going from the inner to the outer ring. Just depends on how poofy I want the wreath to be. But I think it's just so cute and precious. So once I have all of those in place, I'm going to take my 6-inch mesh, and I have cut these into 8-inch long pieces. I'm going to roll them at a diagonal, crisscross, and then scrunch in the center and place it on my inner ring. Twist it, tuck away the stem. I'm going to repeat the same steps, rolling my mesh into a diagonal, crisscrossing the blue and the white, scrunching in the center, placing it on my inner stem, twisting it a couple of times, and tucking it away. And I'm going to repeat this step all the way around. This is what it's looking like. So cute and precious and poofy. You can definitely go with more or less mesh if you choose to do so. Now you could definitely finish up here. This time I'm going to add this adorable sign to my center. So I'm going to cut the top hangers off of my sign, flip it over, take 2 stems, twist them together to form one long stem for the top and one for the bottom. And then I'm going to hot glue it in place, making sure I have enough of the stem hanging off the side of my sign to where I can easily attach it to my wreath ring. So then I'm going to place it in the center of my wreath, push the mesh aside, and attach the stem to the actual wreath a couple of times just to make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm going to repeat this step for all 4 stems. Once I have all of my stems in place, I'm just adjusting the mesh, making sure I don't have any gaps or spaces. And it looks so cute and precious, just like this. You can even add more embellishments, eggs or ribbon or anything else that you prefer. You can definitely feel free to do so. The possibilities are endless. But it's so cute, simple, and easy to make.